Look at that. It just kind of took away the product. That is not a lot of product. Look at that. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, my name is Delana and I do lots of videos like this, reviews and stuff like that. I also do really cool cinematic tutorials and lots of other cool stuff. So make sure you hit subscribe to hang around and see all of the fun that we have on this channel. And if you're not new here, then you know that it is Wear Test Tuesday. I'm actually going to be taking you guys along with me onto the journey this time because I did not have a foundation to try out whenever I first started filming this video. So I was like, you know what? Let me take them shopping with me. It was really fun because I actually brought you guys along with me on my Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram so that you don't miss out on fun stuff like that, because I actually asked you guys opinions on like what I should get, if I should do a stick foundation, if I should do a liquid foundation, or everything like that. And you guys actually brought up a lot of products that I didn't know about. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So make sure to follow me on Instagram so you don't miss out on all of the fun stuff like that. Okay guys, so here's the stitch. So I need to film a wear test today, but I don't have a new product to try out for you guys. I actually have to go buy one. So I thought that it would be fun to take you guys along with me. So we are going to go to the store together and decide what product we want to try out today for Wear Test Tuesday. Let's go. Okay guys, here we are. I'm really thinking a stick foundation, like a drugstore stick foundation might be fun. Also, this is super awkward because there's like nobody in here and I'm filming. You know what? I've tried this one before, the matte and poreless, but I haven't tried the dewy and smooth yet. I don't think. Have I? I don't remember. Ooh, I've also really been wanting to try this baking powder. Okay, so these are actually the two that I am debating between right now because this is brand freaking new. Like, I've never even heard of it, but this one, a lot of people are saying on my Instagram that they want me to try a stick foundation. I really don't know. Debating, and they also have a concealer with it, so I don't know what to do. Alright guys, we've got the goods. You guys already know from the title, but I decided on the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation. Now I actually have to run a couple more errands, but then we're gonna go home, we're gonna try this on, and we are going to see how it lasts. Alright, so we are here, back in the studio. I am going to put my hair back. Wow, it is so much later than it was whenever I first started filming this video when we were in the store, because I actually ran into a few friends at the store, which we ended up talking for a little bit, and I ended up like helping them pick out some products and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun, but took a little bit more time. So it is the evening now. It is almost 6 o'clock. It's 5:45 right now. But good news is I will be up late tonight, so this will get plenty of wear test. On the Maybelline website, it says the Superstay multi-use foundation stick makeup is formulated with a cream to matte finish and a pointed blender sponge for ease and quick application at home or on the town. The recommended application is to apply the foundation stick onto the skin and then blend with fingertips, which is a little bit interesting. But they recommend to blend with the fingertips because they have a sponge to go with it. So I would think that you would use the sponge. So I have the shade 110 Porcelain. They did have a couple that were lighter than this. So they do have a pretty decent shade range. I just want to feel the sponge here. It feels, you know what it feels a lot like? Feels a lot like this sponge from the Revlon Insta Filter foundation. I guess I will try to blend it out with this, but I don't know, it's just odd to me that it's like, it has the sponge, but it recommends blending it out with your fingertips. Okay, so like usual, we are going to prime and set one side of the face. So I will prime and set my left side, and then on the right side, I will wear the foundation just by itself. I don't know if I said, but this foundation retails for $11.99 at Ulta and on the Maybelline website. But interestingly enough, it actually is $8.99 at Target as well as one other store. I forgot what store it was, but I was like, is that a mistake on the Target website or is it actually cheaper at Target? Because I would like to know. All right, so I am gonna take a little bit of the Strivectin. This is the Line Blurfector. I almost got tongue twisted there. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that right in here where I tend to have the largest pores. I think I'm going to apply the stick to this side first, and I'm gonna try to blend it out with my fingers and see how it goes. It smells weird, but it feels like nothing. Wow, this is quite a bit lighter than I thought it was going to be. Color isn't horrible, but is a little bit lighter than I would normally go. So that's all blended in with my fingers. I feel like it's not perfect. I will definitely get a much more even application by applying it with a sponge or a brush. Let me try blending it in with the little sponge that it comes with, just kind of in the areas that I want to build up a little bit more coverage, like here and here. Look at that. It just kind of took away the product. Like, it did not. That's what I feel like these little applicators always do. I did feel like it picked up a lot of the product, but it still blended it in pretty nicely. Let me try to add a little bit more and just kind of tap it in. Okay, I actually don't mind this little sponge. It's not too stiff, like it doesn't feel hard, you know, like you're punching your face with a sponge. You know those sponges that you use and you're like, wow, that hurts a little bit. The coverage is definitely, I would say, is like a true medium coverage. Now it doesn't say like what the coverage is supposed to be on here. I think it's just supposed to be like buildable. Yeah, it builds super nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just apply my corrector to the side. This is the Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer in the shade 1C. It's just like a little bit of a peachier tone. And then I go in with my Shape Tape in the shade Fair. I'm just gonna use my beauty blender to blend that in. Everything is blending over the foundation. Perfect. No issues at all. So far, I think I'm actually really liking this, which is a big deal for me because I am so not one for stick foundation. The only other stick foundation that I have loved is the Makeup Forever HD. If you watch my channel already, you know that. It really matters how it kind of wears throughout the day, but so far, really good. So now let's apply it to the other side. And this time I'm actually gonna use a brush because I just have a feeling that I'm going to like it better with a brush. Wow, that is not a lot of product. Look at that, and I haven't used that much. What the heck? That's kind of a ripoff. I mean, I guess it really depends on how much you use. Okay, I'm just gonna use my little IT Cosmetics. This is the Heavenly Skin number 702 brush that I've already kind of used a little bit, but let's see how we like it with the brush. Although I do like the way that the little sponge on the stick blends it out, I just don't see myself using it on an everyday basis, using that little sponge, because it's so small. I used it to like blend it down my neck already, and it felt like it took me forever. However, it would be totally convenient for touch-ups and stuff like that. I could totally see that. All right, that is it blended in with a brush. I don't like it as much, honestly. I thought I would like it better, but it just feels like it didn't blend it as evenly, surprisingly. I'm gonna try it with my beauty blender. So let me put a little bit more in the areas that I need more coverage. And I'm just gonna use the larger side of my beauty blender. Yeah, honestly, I'm really actually liking the texture of it. It looks really nice, especially being a shade that is just slightly too light for me. Usually if foundation is any lighter than your skin tone, it can cling to a lot of texture. But with this one, it feels like I can see in some places I'm like, okay, it just looks that way because it's a little bit too light for my skin tone. So that's where we are. Here is everything on the primed side. I feel like it's not much different. Let me go ahead and apply my corrector and my concealer to this side. I'm going to set with powder completely on this side. I'm only going to set my under eye with powder on this side so that we can see how the foundation lasts by itself, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is everything set in place. Like I said, I just set the under eye right in here just to set my concealer, otherwise my mascara will smudge. And then here I kind of set all the way down like in this area, and then I set the rest of my face with my Mercier Candle Glow powder, which I have just been loving. Yeah, coverage is definitely medium. I feel like if you wanted a full coverage out of this foundation, you would have to build it up quite a bit, and considering the amount of product that you get in this, you would go through it pretty dang fast if you're somebody who likes a true like full coverage. We still have several hours left in the night, so I will do a check-in in just a few hours. You're gonna see me with all of my makeup on. I will do one check-in in a few hours and then one more before we end the night. Let's see if this falls apart, if it is a holy grail, if it's a great find. I'm so excited, and it was so excited to like take you guys along with me during the shopping process. So see you in a few hours. All right, you guys, so we are a few hours in now. It is now 8:40. So this has been on for about 3 3 hours. Honestly, you guys, both sides are looking like literally exactly the same. And I have to say this because this is like a huge deal. Why is my eyebrow looking all weird? Hold on. That I actually love the way that it looks on my forehead. And if you have been following me for a while and watching my wear tests, or if you go back and watch them, you will see how much I talk about how if a foundation does not sit well on my forehead, I'm probably not wearing it very often. I am super, super picky about how foundations last on my forehead and how they sit in the lines and stuff like that, or if I can blend it right out. If I can't, then I'm probably not gonna be reaching for that foundation. And this one has not sat in my lines, and if it has, it's just barely, like not even noticeable. As it has worn for the past few hours, it has not like gotten weird textures or anything like that on my forehead. I mean, it all just looks so freaking nice. Like I am absolutely obsessed with this foundation so far. I mean, just looking at it from the unprimed, unset side to the primed and the set side, I mean, it looks exactly the same. So I am a little bit blown away right now. Really hope that it stays this well throughout the rest of the night, because if it does, this could be a really, really great option. The only other thing that I'm thinking is for like the $10, $11 price that it is sitting at, for the amount of product that you get, I don't know. Still developing my thoughts on that. Let's see how this wears throughout the rest of the night, and I will let you guys know my final thoughts. Okay, now it is officially time to see how this foundation has lasted throughout the day. It has been on for at least 8 hours now. I gave myself plenty of time because I wanted to give this a really, really good wear test, and I have to say that just looking at it from a distance right now, I am absolutely loving it. Absolutely freaking loving it. Sorry, I looked up at my microphone. I always freaking do that. And then it looks like people are probably like, why is she staring up into the sky? But yeah, from the unprimed, unpowdered side, yeah, it has definitely broken up around the nose area. It has still broken up on this side, but not quite as much. This side has moved around, patched up a little bit more. The chin has worn off a little bit, but the forehead is what I'm really obsessed with, because that is where I am most picky about my foundations, and it has stayed so beautifully. It doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look textured, it still looks like my skin. Like, it looks so freaking nice. And all of this for what, $11.99? Now, the only thing that makes me hesitant on saying like, go run out, grab this right now, it's such a good foundation, is look at how much product you get. That is nothing. So here's my thing. If you are somebody that likes a sheer to medium coverage, I say frick, go for it. Unless you have like really, really dry, patchy, flaky skin, might not be my first choice for you, because it is a little bit more on the matte side, and I just feel like the formula would probably stick to any dry patches or anything like that. However, if you are somebody who is on like the normal to combo to oily side, and you are looking for a good stick foundation that is on the affordable side, and you don't like a full coverage, then totally, absolutely go for this. You don't want a full coverage and you're anywhere from normal to combo to oily. I think that's a lot of people. So it's just not good for people who want full coverage and are really, really dry and flaky. I do actually highly recommend this guy, especially if you just wanted to use it like in partnership with another foundation, like to give another foundation a little bit more coverage, like your tinted moisturizer or something like that. You could definitely layer these together. You're not gonna get a full coverage out of this guy without using way more product and going through this super fast. So the total ounces, I don't think I said earlier, let's see if it says on here. The total ounces is 0.25 ounces. So that's not even half an ounce. That's not a lot of product at all. However, you are getting a sponge, but it's like, I mean, I would rather more product than this little sponge, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. Maybe a lot of people really like the sponge. I don't see a lot of people being like, oh yeah, give me a sponge over more product. Probably not. So the product does wear really freaking well without a primer or setting powder or setting spray or anything. Like, this is it by itself. And then this is with primer, setting powder, and everything like that. I'm so surprised with this breakout right here, because with like every other foundation, I have had trouble with product clinging to that area. But it seems like with this foundation, for some reason, I haven't had any trouble with any product clinging to that area, even my concealer. Like, I don't know. this is so freaking good. What the heck? I'm so glad that you guys told me to try a stick foundation, because finally I found something that is not the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick and that is affordable and that's a stick. Like, I'm totally gonna be reaching for this more and more. I think I actually also want to go and grab this in a darker shade and maybe play around with like some cream contouring and stuff like that. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and check out this video right here where I compare the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Illuminating Foundation to the IT Cosmetics Matte Foundation. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if I haven't said that already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Oh, it's only been on for like 5 hours. I might wait to close this video out.